when you take the skin, under the skin you will have the areolar tissue with all these components, and along with the areolar tissue you are having another type of tissue called adipose tissue. Here itself adipose tissue can be labeled, that's why I showed the same slide. Okay, so what is the adipose tissue will do is nothing but fat storage. Can you see the yellow color particles in this picture? So those are nothing but the fat. Under the skin only you will have the fat tissue. These are nothing but the adipose cells. Adipose stands for fat. Okay, the adipose cells are also present along with areolar tissue under the skin. Both the adipose tissue and the areolar tissue, both are called the loose connective tissue. Both comes under loose connective tissue model only. Okay. Now after loose connective tissue, we have dense connective tissue. Now this is how the dense connective tissue looks. So there is a small difference between loose connective tissue and dense connective tissue. When you take the dense connective tissue, within the dense connective tissue, all the cells which are with the fibroblast and all those cells are not loosely arranged, but they are compactly arranged. See. Under the connective tissue, we are having areolar tissue and adipose tissue. Those are the two types. And this is the dense connective tissue. Okay. Now, when you see the dense connective tissue, so this is how the dense connective tissue looks like. Now, when you take the dense connective tissue, yeah, when you take the dense connective tissue, so connective tissue obviously will have cells, and along with cells, there will be fluid matrix. Yeah, you will find in all types of connective tissue. So here, when you talk about dense connective tissue, having cells called fibroblasts. So we are having cells called fibroblasts. And the cells which are called fibroblasts, they are dispersed in the matrix either uniformly or irregularly. They can be arranged in either form. Okay? They can be arranged uniformly or they can be arranged irregularly. So here, if you take the fibroblast cells, they'll say a protein called collagen. So, starting of the session, we discussed collagen is a protein. Okay. So, now when you take the collagen protein, this collagen protein is arranged in the form of fibers, and those fibers in matrix, if they are arranged uniformly, then we call it as regular dense tissue. Regular dense connective tissue. Understand the word regular. Regular here stands for the collagen protein fibers are arranged in matrix uniformly. So this is the example here. See, they are arranged uniformly, not randomly. So somewhat like linear lines, they are arranged. I'm just drawing on the lines in the picture. Just observe that. Okay. So this kind of collagen fiber arrangement you will find in bone parts, especially tendons and ligaments. These are the two terms. Tendons and ligaments are the structures in which you will find regular dense connective tissue. So the collagen fibers are arranged like this uniformly. And sometimes the collagen fibers are arranged irregularly. Means they'll be arranged randomly. Such randomly arranged collagen fibers, compact arrangement you will observe in skin. Okay. So here two terms. The dense connective tissue will have cells called fibroblast, either arranged regularly or irregularly in the matrix. If they are arranged regularly, then we call it as regular dense connective tissue. Example, tendons and ligaments. I'll discuss these two terms in detail later. Next slides. Then if the dense connective tissue where the cells, fibroblast, will produce collagen fibers which are arranged irregularly, then that is called irregular dense connective tissue. You'll find such tissue in skin. So these are the locations we are talking about. Dense connective tissue is present at one location in the form of regular, and it is located, dense connective tissue is located as irregular form in another location called skin. Okay. So under skin we are having right now three types of connective tissues. One is areolar tissue, just now we discussed. Then we have adipose tissue, the fat cells storing fat material. Then we have the irregular dense connective tissue. Okay. So this can be asked as a question. So under skin, what kind of connective tissues are observed? Areolar tissue one type, adipose tissue second type, then irregular dense connective tissue third type. All you will find under skin. But the regular dense connective tissue you will find in tendons and ligaments. So what are tendons and ligaments? Let's see that part now. Okay. Now here this is the one we are discussing, the dense regular connective tissue. Okay. Dense irregular connective tissue you'll find in skin. Clear? Then if you see the tendon word, see this is tendon. The gray color part is tendon. So just pointing out here, this is tendon and above this is tendon. Okay. Now what the tendon will do? Tendon are the tissues which connects muscles to bone. See here, the red color one is nothing but the muscle. Okay. Observe the pointer. The red color one is the muscle part. And the peach color, or you can say the yellowish white color, this part, this is bone. Okay. Now this is bone. And these are the muscle tissue. The bones are connected. This is also bone. The bones are connected to the muscles by tendons. Okay. And here another word is there called ligament. See, ligament. So what are ligaments? Ligaments are nothing but the joining tissue between bones. Suppose if you assume this is the palm, the arm, different fingers, you are having different bones. The yellow part are the bones. Okay. Observe the pointer. The yellow part are the bones. And the bone are joined by a tissue. See. So this bone joining tissue we call as ligament. Whereas tendon is the tissue which joins muscle. See this red color one muscle. And this is the bone. So the muscle is attached to bone by tendon. See the white part here is tendon. Understood? Two words we are using. Tendon. Yeah. Then ligament. Don't get confused. Tendon. Tendon, it will bind similar things. Tendon always goes for similar things. What are the similar things? Bone and bone. Yes, can you see that? Bone and bone are joined. Here they have taken a palm. Or in other words, you can say the arm. So here you are having various bones. This is thumb bone, forefinger bone, middle finger bone, ring finger bone, little finger bone. Yeah. Okay. Now each finger is partitioned into 3 bones. See? Okay. Different bones are there. I'm shading the parts. Now we take this finger. Each bone is joined at this part. Bone and bone is joined at this part. See? Okay. So the part which joins bone and bone is tendon. Sorry. Sorry, excuse me. The ligament is the one which stands for similar. Extremely sorry, just disturbed with the connectivity and all. Ligament stands for the similar. So here they have taken the arm bone where each bone is joined by a ligament. Now when you take the tendon, tendon always goes for this similar. Yes. So here when you take the tendon part, this is the skeletal muscles. They have taken the thigh bone. Here this example is thigh bone. The thigh bone is called femur. Okay. So here the muscle part is joined to the bone part. This is the bone part. Okay. The yellow one is the bone part. You can see. The bone part is joined to the skeletal part by tendon. This is tendon. Yes. Clear with the two terminology? So ligament and tendon. What are ligament and tendon? Both are connective tissue. So I told the connective tissue will connect various other tissues. So here how the ligaments and tendons are connecting various other tissues. Like the bone tissue connected by ligament, and the muscle tissue, bone tissue connected by tendon. Okay. Now other than that, this ligament and tendon tissues gives support. What kind of support the muscle and bone will give to the body? They form the framework. They form the backbone of the whole organism, isn't it? So the bone structures and the skeletal structures, they are supported by ligaments and tendons. So both the ligaments and tendons we call as dense connective tissues. Okay. Clear with this ligament and tendon points? Any doubt with this ligament and tendon and dense connective tissue point? Tissue, we are having the specialized connective tissues. Among them, we'll discuss 3 concepts. Okay. When we take the specialized connective tissue, we have blood as the first foremost one. First, we'll discuss the blood. Then I'll discuss the other 2 connective tissues, which we call as specialized connective tissues. Okay. This is how the blood is called by connective tissue. We'll describe. See, when we talk about connective tissue, generally the connective tissue is made up of cells filled in matrix. That's the basic point. Wherever you find the connective tissue, you will find cells. Okay. Along with cells, you'll find matrix. Matrix is the fluid substance. So when we take blood, blood is the special connective tissue. Why blood is special connective tissue? We'll see here. When we take blood as a special connective tissue, we are having various types of cells in blood. For example, red blood cells, white blood cells, and even blood platelets. These are all different types of cells we will find in blood. RBC, red blood cells. WBC, white blood cells. Okay. Along with the red blood cells and white blood cells, you will have platelets. Blood platelets generally we call them as. Okay. Now all these cells, they are inside a matrix. That's why blood is called connective tissue. Now all these cells are present in a matrix. This is the matrix. Assume that this is the whole intercellular space between the cells. This matrix is called plasma. Clear? So here all the cells are present in a matrix called plasma. The question can be framed like the blood cells are present in a matrix called plasma. Now when you take each cell individually, just I'll discuss the red blood cells, then I'll discuss the bone marrow. Because those are the important points over here. Now, when you take the red blood cells, anybody know the shape of red blood cell? Any idea? Yes?
Disc shape.
Disc shape. Came to 9th standard. Use some biological word. Yeah, disc shape is correct only Arnav, but some other name is there. Bhumika, do you know? Sahas, any idea? What is the shape?
Circular, biconcave.
Yeah, biconcave. Good. Yes, Arnav. Biconcave, not circular. Biconcave. This is the most important point over here. When you take RBC, red blood cells, in some textbook, instead of cell, they use word corpuscles. Corpuscle is nothing but cell only. Don't get confused when they use red blood corpuscles. The term is similar to red blood cells only. Okay, they are biconcave in shape. So when we are discussing the connective tissue, I said that cells will produce some proteins. Yes, till now we have seen collagen and elastin proteins when we are talking about other tissues. When you take blood, in blood you are having a special type of protein called, anybody know what is the kind of protein in blood?
Albumin.
Okay. Albumin, other than that?
Globulin.
You'll find a protein called hemoglobin. Okay. Especially in red blood cells. Hemoglobin is a protein which acts as carrier molecule. What it carries? It carries the respiratory gases like the CO2, O2 and all. It carries the nutrients which you take as food. It removes the waste from the blood and remaining other substances. Okay. So here when you take blood, how can you justify it as a connective tissue? First point. Blood is a connective tissue because you will find this blood tissue connecting various other organs and tissues in the body. That's why it's called connective tissue. How the connective tissue is supporting the other parts? How the blood is supporting other parts? By acting as a carrier. So what part of blood is acting as carrier? Hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is nothing but a protein. This acts as a carrier of different gases which are used in respiration, nutrient materials which are absorbed through food, and waste and other materials. Okay. Now, when you take the second concept in this blood, you'll have a word called hemopoiesis. Hemopoiesis. Hemo stands for blood. Poiesis, synthesis. Okay. Production of blood cells. We are having different blood cells. Red blood cells, white blood cells, platelet cells, blood platelet cells. So all these cells, all these blood cells, and even the total blood count is produced by structure called bone marrow. Okay. So here hemopoiesis word stands for synthesis of blood or production of blood. That's why the hemo word can be used in study of blood. We call hematology. This is another word. Hematology. Hematology stands for study of blood. Okay. So hemo, wherever you find, stands for blood. So bone marrow is the point of interest over here. If you take the bone structure, within the bone, you will be having a part called bone marrow, which produces red cells, nothing but the blood cells. Okay, this is how we can conclude blood as specialized connective tissue. It is a connective tissue because it connects various other tissues in the body and acts as carrier with the help of a protein called hemoglobin in the blood, and it supports the production of blood with the help of bone marrow. The bone marrow, especially red bone marrow, that produces the blood. Marrow here nothing but a cavity. Within the bones, we will be having cavities which are involved in hemopoiesis. Okay. Hemo always stands for blood. Hematology is the word used to declare study of blood, the branch of biology which studies the blood and blood components, the blood cells and all. This is all about RBC. Okay. Here two terms are important. Plasma word, hemopoiesis word. These two terms are important in this blood tissue. So plasma is nothing but the matrix. The matrix in which all the cells of the blood are present. The RBC, WBC, platelets, all these are present in plasma. Plasma is the matrix. And hemopoiesis is synthesis of blood and blood cells. Okay? Clear with that?